Africa, say it louder. Say it Salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum.
We stand, we fight, we fall. All we need is freedom. All we need is love. Free Africa, free.
Free from slavery, free from slavery, free as a woman to slavery, free as a woman to slavery, free as a woman to slavery, free from slavery, free from slavery, yeah.
We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war.
Salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum, salam alaikum, assalam alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, ikhwa al-mujahideen al-kiram. Haynama kuntu. This is Concerned Citizen of South Sudan is live today on July 6, 2018. We have a very important topic today. I know it is 9:21 p.m. in Juba and 10:21 in Khartoum, as well as 4:21 in Australia, Melbourne and Sydney, and it's around 8 p.m. in London. So I welcome you all to our program, Barnamij na Lisboy, so we can interact together and have more discussion today about our topic. The topic is, what role do peace grantors portray in regard of recent Khartoum declaration on crisis of South Sudan? That's the first one. And then the second one, will the political merit between President Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar last this time around? These are two main topics, and we have our guests. Today, we have Emmanuel Ajawin of NDM, and also we do have Kurukuju Babu Mordama of NAS, National Salvation, and also we have Ajak Dengchenko from SBS Radio. He will join us very, very, very soon. But first and most, I believe two hours ago or 1 hour ago, we have heard that they have signed a deal regarding, what is that? They signed a deal regarding security arrangement in Khartoum. So, we will elaborate on that. What happened on that deal actually? Of course, we are looking for peace. We are looking for genuine peace. I'm here for peace. That's what we want. But for most, you have heard, for the last couple of days, that President Kiir have ordered the National Legislative Assembly to extend his term. And that made me wonder, too, without waiting for Khartoum declaration to finish, and he has already ordered the National Legislative Assembly to extend his term in the office. The reason I use the term orders, because we know that we don't have National Legislative Assembly. The one that we have, they are cheerleaders, okay? They are puppet. They are there just to do the agenda of President Kiir. So he ordered them so he can extend his term in the office until 2021. But I get a little bit confused here. What is the reason behind all this? Because if there is a peace deal is taking place in Khartoum. And you should be abide by that. And that's why the issue not being faithful here, that's what I talk about many occasions. Why would you order the National Legislative Assembly to extend your term in the office? And we are aware that if the peace deal breaks through, and then that the peace deal is going to guide you through the interim period. You see where I'm coming from? You see what I mean here? Some people may not understand the point here. Okay? That's one aspect. We will discuss that more in details. Why it's moving toward that direction. Is it President Kiir want to prove that what we are saying here is right? Or he just wanted to say that I don't care about that peace deal? And also in the program we will be discussing, Sudan has injected himself strongly in crisis of South Sudan, actually by proposing to have forces protecting the oil field. Actually, a lot of people are not talking about that, but it is in there, it is on the deal. All right? So, don't be so surprised if South Sudan has peace breakthrough, and then all of a sudden we are likely to have Sudan invading our northern part of the country. All right? That's the thing that are going likely to happen. So, let me see here. What's that? Okay. I should not do that. I should not just start, reading the comment. I'm supposed to wait until later, and then I will start, reading the comment. So, dear brothers and sisters, these are the issue that we are going to tackle together today, because we have been crying, and we have been praying, and we have been talking that we need peace. We need genuine peace, peace that will last, peace that our people will not turn the guns against themselves. They will not shoot themselves. We don't need to be portrayed. We need lasting peace in our country. So let me go ahead here. I don't want to, spend time talking more. I will elaborate, when our guests are already here. Let me go ahead and see here who is present, and so I can go ahead and call them to the program. So first, and I will go and see if Brother Kurukuju Baba Murduma is available, so I can bring him live here to answer some question and move forward, with the discussion today. So let me go ahead and do that. So just bear with me. We are going to do this together today. So no worries, dear brothers and sisters. Very, very important. So while I'm looking for Kurukuju, I'm going to go ahead and play some music. And also, I want to remind you that Paul Malone Awan is out of equation. As you know, the deal that has been going on in Khartoum. Paul Malone is out of equation. He was not invited. And I've said this in numerous equations that President Kiir actually have already used, Paul Malone for the long term, and now all of a sudden Paul Malone has some sanction from the United States and from the region. So now they are saying that, hey, you know what? Nobody like you anymore. The region don't like you. The international community don't like you. Because we have used you. Now you just have to pack your luggage and come back and say, I'm sorry. That's what's going on. So Paul Malone is on the equation. I do see that Brother Kurukuju is already here. Let me go ahead and give him a call. Yeah, I'm calling you right now, Kurukuju. Okay, I'm calling you, Kurukuju. It seems like you're adding up. Yes, here we go. Ahlan wa sahlan, Brother Kurukuju, for coming to live Concerned Citizen of South Sudan today.
أهلا بك يا أخي وأهلا بالمستمعين جميعا.
Shukran. Shukran. And I really, really appreciate you for coming on today. And first, I would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers so we can start it.
I am a simple guy with the name Grikuju Bubumaru Dama. This is the African name that I am proud of, or I am known by Moses Benjamin. Originally from Western Baral Kazal, from Baya by tribe, which is well known as Kresh, one of the 26 tribes of that form the fruits eaters, which is well known as the Fretit. And I'm a concerned citizen of South Sudan and also a proud member of National Salvation Front. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, for that very short and brief introduction right there. So if we move forward, with our discussion today, Brother Kurukuju, you can tell there what topic we have tonight. What role do peace grantors portray in regard to recent Khartoum Declaration agreement? So that's one. And also, will the political merit last this time around between Riek Machar and Salva Kiir? These are the main topic. I want you to give me your insight before I move with more questions in this regard.
Thank you. Whoever is following the current situation in Sudan, South Sudan, when we talk about a grantor, it's we are not here to disrespect anybody, but as a matter of fact, first of all, just want to send appreciation to President Bashir for his effort. But by the end of the day, I will start from the get-go. Bashir himself is not qualified to be a grantor for a peace because history can attest. Look at our brothers in Southern Kordofan, in Darfur, how many agreements that been signed and none of them been implemented. So the question will arise, would Bashir be qualified this time to respect the peace agreement in Republic of South Sudan? Factoring in fact, we have to give him the credit because he respect CPA. And CPA technically was a deal between the SPLM and the Bashir government. So by cutting the piece of cake so that Junubin have to go, Bashir have a chance to rule Republic of Sudan forever. Because Junubin were the Wajaras, Junubin were the Abnirka, Junubin was the cause of disturbance, of instability for the entire Sudan. So when Junub is gone, then Bashir is cool. And as a result of that also, we have to consider the amount of pressure that been placed by the international community, precisely by United States government. So they put too much pressure on the Bashir, and it was a deal. That's why I respect it. So personally, peace, we welcome the peace agreement, 100%. Everybody's for peace because our people are suffering. If something will happen to elevate that peace, we will welcome it. But let me make myself clear. I will not welcome a devil peace. I heard this term, people are talking about it, because when you think about a devil itself, devil will never bring peace. Devil is about deceiving and all those bad things come with it. I am not describing the Bashir as a devil, but this peace, we have to give it a room. We have to welcome it. And Zema Sudanin Bigulu, Amshimal Kadab Lahadi Baba Dar. Sooner or later, we will
figure it out.
Welcome. I will stop here.
Well, Brother Kurkuju, thank you so much, for answering that question. The topic, actually, you give more details regarding that. So, I want to go more in details. not too long ago, maybe 2 hours or 1 hour ago, I have seen some people, they were dancing, in Qasadaka, for signing security arrangement. I've
Yeah,
seen some, and I also read a document that was forwarded to me, and it's not even clear, but I will try to do my best here.
yeah.
But before moving there to that security arrangement, which is reading some, articles on that, I did not see any dissolution of national security. I did not see any talking about the freedom of movement. I did not see anything, addressing the unarmed gunmen. But though I do see there are some talking about the containment and how the military will be, relocated from the civil population camps, cities, and so on. What do you make of that, Kurukujo?
Let me state our position from National Salvation Front perspective clearly. We welcome this peace agreement. We are part of it.
Okay.
And our leadership is in Khartoum working diligently. And as I mentioned, we have to give it a room. But when it comes to, with my respect to Kir and Dr. Mashar and Bashir, we talk about the grantor. I don't want to go there, but all of them, history will attest, and we have witnessed what we went through it. So those three gentlemen, they are not in a position to be the grantor for the peace. So therefore, the grantor for the peace will be the people of Republic of South Sudan. That is why we want this peace to be owned by people of Republic of South Sudan, and they will be the grantor. Since our people are exciting and they welcome this peace, we have to be with them to support it, to do what it will take so that to bring this peace to reality. But it is very crucial with the security arrangement. This experience of J1 last year, we don't want it to repeat itself. Okay? So therefore, the security arrangement, first of all, should state with reconstitution of all law enforcement, including the army, the national security, the police, and so forth. Because who are the unknown gunmen? Who is going to control them? This is whereby, since Addis Ababa, our position was clear. If there is no containment for all the forces, main populated area to be demilitarized, our leaders will not come to Juba so that to be chased through the border day and night and to make it to the neighboring country. Our leadership will not take that chance unless there is a security arrangement in a place to guarantee their safety so that they can go to Juba. And that is why Kir is doing his business. He started with the parliament, tailoring the constitution to fit his needs, okay? And you talk about it already. I don't want to elaborate too much about it. We know the unknown gunmen. Who are they? So we will not take a chance to go to Juba without our partner, our forces to be part of the security arrangement. This is whereby I can be safe in Juba. But taking a chance, our leadership going to Juba from National Salvation Front perspective, it is a no-no. Secondly, after the security arrangement, the government institution completely needed to be reinstituted because, and this is whereby we'll open the conversation with regard to federalism. And this is whereby we strongly believe on it. And accordingly to my conversation with you, I will be given a chance somewhere why we support the federalism will be the best system of government in Republic of South Sudan. I will yield the floor back to you.
Thank you, Gurkujo. So I'm still continuing with my question here.
Yeah.
According to Khartoum Declaration, the Republic of Sudan must be compensated for damage resulting from Pantau elite war by South Sudan. The question is, Kurkujo, who will compensate South Sudanese who have been killed across the country through the war, if we are going to compensate Sudan for Pantau destruction?
Let me take you back, brother. Okay. I don't want to sound like a devil advocate here. What is the compensation for our brothers and sisters who were killed in the end? Okay. The 2 million who lost their life through the war between North and South. Okay. How much we gave up to our brother in the North when we reached the settlement. Okay. خلينا نقوله بالعربي السوداني البسيط.
نعم.
وينو راس قطر واحد الدولة الجنوبيين من هيا سكة حديد بتاع السودان. وينو باكر واحد الدولة الجنوبيين. وينو قد بتاع سكة حديد واحد لأنه بين secure. Okay. From Juba to Malakal, from Malakal to Wa, for example. وينو العمارات السماء مؤسسات بتاع الدولة المبنية في كل شمال السودان. Okay, collect min other resources. Okay, SPLM leadership, they were in rush, mustajilin, عايزين يوصلوا جوبا عشان ينهبوا وياكلوا. That is why they make a lame agreement, weak agreement. Okay, where is our compensation? Okay, حتى جنوبين الفقدوا ممتلكاتهم بيوتهم everything في Sudan, they left it behind. So this is whereby, from the title, it is very obvious. It is the agreement of the weeks. So ناس حسب مصلحة جعانين مستعجلين عايزين يرجعوا تاني عشان ينهبونا وإذا اقتلفوا هيقتلونا زي ما إنه people of South Sudan they have been saying. So this is whereby we have to monitor them closely. Okay, we have to walk with them step by step, but we should not leave them alone. It is our collective responsibility as a concerned citizen to challenge them, to monitor them, and to make sure the safety of our people first. We are not in rush. Ma fi salam bita kalfata. There is no shortcut to peace. Peace must be taken seriously because we are looking for everlasting peace. Our people been suffer a great deal from 1955 all the way to 2018. Ligina salam win. Bitani Mary, we want to sit down a little bit. The war is start all over again. So this is whereby this peace, there is no rush about it. The compensation, it is a joke, okay? Because we, the people of South Sudan, we have the right al no. Nugul, hey, gablimai no, we compensate you. Kera, here is our bill. Bill asar rajai with interest also. So let us keep our eye open, and we have to continue this conversation so that to let them know that people of South Sudan are watching them. It is not about Kir, it is not about Riek Machar, it is not about Bashir. And let me wrap it up here with this point. All those three are killer. Mujrimin bitat harb. Okay? Their hands are polluted with blood of innocent Sudanese people and South Sudanese. All three of them, they are involved. Okay? So to cover up for themselves, because international community is watching them, so they want to make this joke here so that they have to be credited, they are peacemaker. But we know the history, they will not mislead us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kurkujo. So now talking about the compensate that will result from the Pantau war, against Sudan. I have a young brother here. I call him a young brother. Again, he mentioned a point here saying that al-Bashir has been playing South Sudanese like a toy. Okay.
Very true.
Yes. So coming to the point here, they want to deploy forces for the oil field, okay? You know, zamming, they are going to protect the oil field. If the peace agreement that they are going to sign or whatever in process right now is a true one, why do we need a foreign forces to come to our territory and protect our own oil? Why not having our own troops from collective opposition and protect our oil, because we are going to be stable? Am I right?
Yes, 100%. On that note, if you notice also with this agreement, there is no any security arrangement with regard to the opposition forces of both party, call them SPLA, SPLM North, Janjaweed, or whoever are in South Sudan. There is no security arrangement so that those forces to be pushed out. Okay, they are in rush about reaching the oil and get access to the money. Okay, who are we? Mehna hasharat bitatum bari, that Bashir call us hasharat. Okay, and we know it very well. So maluna har the gurush bitat hasharat biga good. You know, he's exciting about it, playing the role of the big brother. I
Yes.
am from Raja. I am from Kapia Genje, from Hofranahas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a hard spot as well. لحد دلوقتي ما عارفين مصير كابيا جنجا where. Okay, ABA, North Upper Nile, where there is oil. So Bashir is all over the place. Okay, like octopus, but Tamanya Eden, he's all over the place, touching here and pulling there. So what kind of peace we will have? Lo is the SPLA North is still active. Republic of South Sudan, they are doing their businesses. Okay. Ajanjawid bita Darfur, they are all over. Our people in Raja, they cannot live in peace. They are all over the place, causing disturbance. They are doing business with government forces, attacking our brothers in Western Bahr el Ghazal on daily basis. 2 days ago, there is an active war going on. So what kind of peace they are talking about? My question to Bashir, okay? Are you not ashamed to ask for to ask Grush from Hasharat? Want some Hasharat money? Come on, man. Yes, we built this infrastructure together. This oil line, there is Sudanese resources been implemented, but let us sit a gentleman and have a healthy conversation. We respect each other, and then this is whereby we can do good business, clean business. Lakin business بتاعت كلفتا بتاعت استعجال بس they want to send foreigner troops على أساس إنه to go to protect our land. So how we are going to implement peace? If it is a genuine peace, we agree that there will be a containment, there will be security arrangement, all those forces to unify, to have a national security forces, okay? Why not to give Junubin? Magadna kam sana بدون قروش بتاعت oil. Why not give Junubin, let them fix their house, clean everything, organize themselves, peace, and then you can come and do business. Like in business, for ظروف بتاعت إنه there is war going on, active war going on. No, no, this peace will not last. But still, we have to do our part. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Kurkujo, continuing with the same, the same area. Is it because President Kiir is so desperate here that he get pressure from all over? That's why he's just sorting a refuge toward Khartoum to protect him to remain in the power. Not too long ago, too, he ordered the National Legislative Assembly to extend his term in the government. Why would he extend the term of the government while they are negotiating in Khartoum? Because what I know, the Khartoum peace agreement would be, the safeguard, for any interim period that they are going to agree upon. What do you think? What's going on?
Kiir used to the style of whenever something is not going right, he will call Makana, or what is his name, وبيديه مقاسات على أساس إنه go back and tailor, uh, tailor whatever in constitution accordingly to fit the circumstances, and we have seen it a lot. So البرلمان الموافقون وبرلمان بتاعت انه الابوينتيز على انه رئيس او بيعينهم وبيطردهم على كيفهم, they will never be جهاز تشريعي. اوكي, ما بالك اذا في اعضاء برلمانيين لا يعرفون القراءه والكتابه. So how are you gonna be a legislator if you cannot read and you cannot write? اوكي, في موجودين في برلمان بتاع سلفا-كير. اوكي, ده مجلس تشريعي. هتساهم في التشريعات ازاي اذا لا تعرف القراءه والكتابه؟ فبالتالي كل زول بالظرف بتاعه وكل زول بالبجت بتاعه. اوكي, اساسا في نيه دفين على اساس انه عايزين يفصلوا. اذا process بتاع السلام is going on here. اوكي, he's sending his army, his troops to attack opposition position in different locations in South Sudan. At the same time, he's telling الترزي بتاعه في البرلمان على اساس انه you know, قصوا من هنا and fix it this way. Okay, so what is happening here? Something is not right. Okay, and by the end of the day, we don't want the same mistake to repeat itself because it is very obvious. Makwe is quiet now. He's not saying anything.
Yes.
Okay, and Kir is doing his business. He's gonna come home, well, face different challenges ahead of him. Okay, now with all the process, what is going on? If there is a good faith for this peace process, why don't we not to freeze everything? Okay, because this new ceasefire, nothing new about it. This is the same COHA that been signed in Addis Ababa in December of 2016 and sorry 2017, and it is just an extension. Okay,
Yes.
so Khartoum didn't add anything, but through this period from December of 2017 there is violation over violation over violation. Okay, so what I am saying, يفصلوا دستور ولا يعدلوا دستور عشان انه يدوا extension لكير مرفوض جملة وتفصيلا. And this is something our people of republics of South Sudan, they need to understand this. يعرفوا حقوقهم, and this is whereby true federal system will come in place because will not give access to tyrant like Salva-Kiir يعدل دستور ويعمل حاجات بمزاجه زي ما انه هو عايز. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gurkuj. So now I'm gonna move to different direction here. We are well aware that Riek Machar was in confinement for the last 2 years, and all of a sudden there is speculation news that indicate Kir actually is the one that asked for Riek Machar to be released so he can have some sort of a deal that he wanted to have. Is Riek Machar is not aware of what's going on? Does he think Juba is going to be safe haven at this time around, or what's going on?
With my personal respect to Dr. Riek Machar, if I were in his position, I will never think about coming and work next to Kir with his unknown gunmen. This is just my perception. Shaneno Yatruduk Zefar for 40 days using all means of getting you, using drone and using war dogs and everything. He should be grateful for his life. And it is not all about being in a government or being the vice president or the president of Republic of South Sudan. If it is not meant for you, it is not meant for you. Look at somebody like Salva-Kiir. By luck he woke up and something happened. Dr. John is not there, so he's on the seat. Okay, But Riek Machar made several attempts through the history, and nothing seems to work for him. So maybe he can sit back, because within the IO organization there is a lot of great leaders, people who are well educated with a great vision, and he can sit back and offer coaching and guide them so that to have a new spirit. Because with all the story that we witness it, what happened at J1 and how he survived it, and all with this conspiracy of $5 million being paid to Malong Awan and whatever, and all this crap. So I believe it is about time, just for his safety and his well-being, he can sit back. So yes, Kiir used a lot of money, there is no doubt about it, so that to keep him in South Africa. And it is very obvious, everybody can tell. And the same thing, he's using our country resources so that to pay all those IGAD leaders. There is no doubt about it, and the picture are clear on the wall. You can see it. So now, and that is why there is no service. جيش قاعد 7 شهور ما عنده ماهية، لأنه الموايا بتاع الجيش والقروش اللي بيجيبوا به أدوية بيدفعوا بلصة ولا الرشوة بالعربي السوداني البسيط للدول بتاعت إيجاد. So myself, within the IO, maybe it is their responsibility. They have to decide what they want to do. لكن ربنا بيختار people to lead a specific nation. And if he did not pick you up, nothing will happen. I don't want to preach Bible here, but we have seen it through the story of King David. You know, how many brothers were being brought, you know, but said, hey, there is another one somewhere. None of them. So if it is not meant for you, Dr. Riek Machar, sit back and let somebody else take the lead of the IO. Thank you.
That's good. So I have 3 more questions actually before I move to federalism. So
fantastic.
Let me ask you, Malong was a protector of Salva Kiir.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now he rebels. And unfortunately, he wants to be part of negotiation. But the regime in Juba has restricted IGAT mediators. That doesn't want to see Malong, you know, part of this. So give me your insight. What's going on with Malong at this critical moment?
Malong is a crucial player in what is happening in South Sudan, and we cannot overlook him, because the vast majority of people in Republic of South Sudan, they suffer a great deal. They went through agony and pain when Malong was the chief of their staff. And this is a fact. We know it very well. And specifically, my people in Western Bahr el Ghazal, the Fertit people, we suffer a big deal. I don't want to go through the detail and to get too much emotional about it. But surprise enough, because Salva Kiir, he was being protected by Malong. And if not because of Malong involvement, we might be talking about different history of Republic of South Sudan. We know it very well. Correct. So he did his part, and of course he got to follow rules and guide by his superior commander, which is the commander-in-chief, Salva Kiir. So, and who was awad bitaw shawaya hagamila bitaw. Okay, there is no doubt about it. But to eliminate him from this peace talk, South Sudan will not settle without getting everybody to be part of this peace talk. This is my intake on it. But there will be no surprise if tomorrow or within the next few days we realize that Malong and Riek Machar, they emerge. There is something going on. They are working on it. And that will be a big surprise to my people precisely. Usud Fratit for Garbo Bahr al Kazal, it will be a slap in their faces
Wow.
when Malong Awan is going to sign a deal with Riek Machar to work collectively. So this is somebody who kick us out of our houses, made our villages and cities a hell, okay? Mara siyasa bitat al-ard al-mahruk. And now, because of Riek Machar interests, and he want to have the majority going in strong, having Malong Awan on his side, don't be surprised if you have seen Riek Machar and Malong, they emerge. And this is whereby I don't know what my brothers, those who are die-hard Riek supporter in Western Bahr al Kazal, what they are gonna do if Malong Awan become an ally or they emerge with Riek Machar. No surprise, and this result we will see it coming very quickly here. So since Salva eliminate him, doesn't want to work with him, so he got to put his hand on somebody's hand so that he got to come in.
Well, no impossible under the sun, as they said.
Yes, indeed.
And always, you know, there is a real African prop, they said, until the lion learn how to write, every story will glorify the hunter.
Very true.
Let's wait and see what's going to happen. So to continue, Brother Kirkuju, I have seen, you know, President Kiir has moved, you know, quickly with the IO, you know, movement. Is regime in Juba and the SPLM-IO trying to utilize Khartoum Declaration as a way to salvage their future?
You know, as one of the SPLM members says, they split so many ways, and kullu majmua bimshi with the name of the SPLM, and we'll add couple English character. IO, FD, RC, NO, whatever. So kullu zola is elastic facing with that SPLA, SPLM. But I am very, very happy and very glad to see the SPLM are pulling themselves together. IO is coming in to work with Kiir. The FDs are coming in. So now this is going to be the reunification of the SPLM, which is started at Arusha. Mubadara for Kampala, for Cairo, they went back to Kampala and they are working on it. And if you look at the percentage, قسموا حاجات ده كله في بيناتهم حتى السوبر citizen اللي هو ال FDs عددهم كم؟ their percentage is huge. لما تلم الكتلة بتاعت المعارضة السبع أحزاب, what is their percentage? I have the table here. 30 وزير, 17 لكير, 8 ل رياك مشار وما شابه ذلك. اوكي, بالنسبة بتاع 35% مشاركة بتاع النساء. The funniest thing, one position for the other opposition بقسموه 35% ده بدول مرة كيف بيجيبوا راجل بالنسبة واحد ده بيقسموه كيف يعني. This is the funniest thing which is doesn't make sense. But myself personally, let me go back to my point.
Yes.
A unification of the SPLM is very crucial historically, and also will pave the way to other political party, because what is their agenda for Republic of South Sudan? Let them unify, okay? What new they are going to bring to people of Republic of South Sudan. فبالتالي هنلمهم في قوم واحد, okay? And we, from National Salvation Front perspective, we will work also when right time for election come. We have our plan, our program, بالنسبة Republic of South Sudan, the same thing for other party. So it is a good thing. لما يبقوا مشتتين, it will create confusion. So let them unify. I give my blessing to their unity. Let them unify so that we can face them as one entity in political arena. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Guru Kujo. Before I move to my question, big question of federalism, which is I want you to give me more details about this. Lately, you stopped making video. You used to make some, videos, and there's, say out there that you were actually anti the Dinkas, people. So do you still hold same views? Being because you have been labeled. I wanted to know, and my viewers they wanted to know too.
Let me compliment you on this specific question. And in back of my mind, I know it is going to come. And it is a great question, by the way. And it is very crucial to address this issue and to put it to the rest. I am a proud South Sudanese. And through the history, I don't want to repeat myself, but from a junior high, I show strong interest in politics, and I continue to follow what is happening. And we form a local corner في مدرسة واوا الثانوية بنين معروف بالتجمع السياسي لجنوب السودان. And this is whereby we discuss different things. And we had a wake-up call when Dr. Trabi visited WOW and came with the plan of implementation of Sharia law, and he revoked the member of parliament in our local parliament in WOW. And I do remember very well, one of the prominent politicians was Ustaz Ramzi. I believe Ramzi Dalbany, he is from Lake State. He is, I think, the first guy who resisted Trabi with his agitation, and he tried to throw a chair at him. And this is where things abrupt. وترابي نيوكومو جرى عشان انه يحصلوه في مطار بتاعت واو. And this is whereby we lead a demonstration. We went through مركز بتاع منظمة دعوة الإسلامية في الوقت داك. في واو I don't have anything against Islam، لكن المنظمة لأنه بيجي في مدينة بالصناديق بتاع قروش in bundles. كلكم بتذكروا الناس العجايز شوية زيي بذكروا فيها 50 جنيه بتاع السودان، لأنه في صورة بتاع نميري الزمان سودانيين when زول بيلبس له قميص كفيف عشان انه to show that 50 50 جنيه ده في الجيب بتاعه بس صناديق. اوكي وليا شرف على اساس انه اقول we set those boxes on fire, we burned them, and nobody took a single penny to walk away with it. في مكتب بتاع منظمة دعوة الإسلامية جنب المسجد الكبير في مسجد الكبير في سوق. Okay, this is where I got involved in politics. And through when things didn't go well in WOW, I moved to Khartoum. I was actively member of لجنة اتحاد طلاب جنوب السودان في Khartoum. We work with many members, and I was active member. We did a lot of activity, and through those activities, most of my colleagues, people that I work closely with them, are Dinka's boys. I don't want to mention their names here. They know themselves very well. دقونا بخزيران بتاعت دفاع قوات احتياط المركزي بتاعت خرطوم. شمينا بومبان قدر قوة لما حرقوا فريق الشوك في جبرة، طردوا نازحين جهجهم. I was in the lead. المشينا قابلنا بيو كوان to express ourselves. And thanks and appreciation to Dr. Johannes, Ustaz Johannes Akol. He's the guy who worked with us to help us to write this memorandum to present it to United Nations representative in Khartoum. وكان ده شغل في وقت صعب جدا جدا. في ذلك الوقت جهاز أمن الدولة بتاع السودان بيعرف التايب رايترز بتاع every جنوبي سياسي. So لو إذا تبعوا منشور بيعرفوا على اساس انه ده الآلة الكاذبة بتاع اسمه منو؟ انكل اليابا سرور ولا في مكتب بتاع استاذ يوهانس وما شابه ذلك. But they used to have typewriters that are not registered by Sudan National Security مع أمن الدولة، يعني بيطبعوا بيهم منشورات ده وبعد كده بيعملوا رونيو. Okay, so we present لما مشينا لبيوكوان، بيوكوان look at us وقال شغل اللي انتم بتعملوه ده ما شغل بتاع طلبة، ده شغل بتاع سياسيين، أكيد إنه في كوباية لبن، الله يرحمه. I do remember it very well. So through all this activity, with my activity in Cairo, through SOSA, to Canada, I work closely with most of my colleagues are Dinka guys, okay? I don't want to take it social. Like in half of my family, my wife is a Dinka woman, my kids are half Dinka, half Retit. So when we decide to marry in Cairo, it was a challenge. And there is, I hope there is few friends are watching this show. When we decide to marry, it was a big challenge. Zamanda, Malaysia bita Retit was actively in WOW. Okay? And I am run Retit. Accordingly to them, run Malaysia. Okay? It was a challenge, al-assassin, for that marriage to take place. But al-fadl biyarja Christianity. I have Ammat Marati. She was my colleague في Legion of Mary, جمعية جنود مريم في كنيسة سكاكيني في كايرو. She's the one وقفت وقال الولد ده أنا بعرفه and member of we are together in this Legion of Mary. He wrote a recommendation لأبو مرة على أساس إنه to give his blessing so that we can get married. When we get married, we consider ourselves as an ambassador of peace. So through this intermarriage, we will be able to unify, to bring the gap between Fretit and Dinka down the road. لأنه العيال لما بيطلعوا كيلانهم Dinka أمامهم Fretit. And this is the only way down the road when we have settlement. The only way to rebuild this fabric with South Sudan, it is going to be through this mixed marriage, whereby aliyal bilagona fisom safe side in. Okay, I got married to her not for political reason, but we felt in love and we carry on. Okay, and this marriage took place. I continue to be an active member of SPLM. Proudly, I can say we formed the first chapter of SPLM in Canada. We call it South Sudan Charity in Western Canada, British Columbia, and it was under my leadership. We work collectively with Madame Rebecca, okay? We send aid. I continue to be an active member. We work with others, putting pressure on Canadian government so that Talisman Incorporation to pull out of South Sudan. لكن لما جاء فترة بتاعت referendum وبعد referendum things change. So I decide to sit back. Whoever want to believe me, well and good. Who doesn't want to believe me, العارف إزو مستريح. I don't have ما عندي أي كره في تجاه الدينكا. Yes, في مرحلة من مراحل when 3 days and night I couldn't sleep. Okay, Matianganyor are chasing my family. They are all over the place. And wow, house has been burned and whatever. I got too emotional and I record some video and I will not regret it. Those videos, they are still available online, and that was a result of rage. Okay, they are killing my people. They are burning them, raping my sister, my grandmothers, burning our farm, destroying our property. What I did, I stated a fact. Maybe أنا شتمت ناس. بتساوي بقتل وباكتساب. No, no. So I will stand still to my position. Okay. I visited South Sudan. I was being treated as Mara بيعتبروني فلاطة بيعتبروني أمبرجد بيعتبروني whatever. Okay? No, this country, I fought for it, and that is why Shanino, you couldn't fit Tamis to be a second-class citizen, or the way, however, I look to be treated differently, it is rejected. And I will continue to fight. لو إذا في أي قبيلة عايز يستخدم وجودهم بأنه هم أغلبية so that to abuse or use or manipulate or confuse people, it is rejected. هيلاقي مقاومة من أبسط قبائل بتاع جنوب السودان, and I am more than in a position to do that. So now, Salva Kiir have used and abused the name of the Dinkas to the extent now, even online, the Dinkas, they are kind of embarrassed. Nobody's cheering up for Kiir anymore. Zaman lama tugul Kiir kaanu inyakamuk. Okay? How many threats I have got? Lucky now, people came to realize that Kiir is not good for the country. So this is whereby it is time for Kiir to go. Let us go through this transition period, and hopefully we have people that will take our country to the next level. I hope I managed to answer that question. And still, Dinkas are my in-law, and they are uncles of my kids. So there is nothing will change it. Now we have a blood relationship. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it is there. Okay? But let us treat each other with respect. This is the message. Let us have something called tolerance. And this is what we are lacking in our social dictionary in Republic of South Sudan. Thank you.
Hey, Kirkuju, thank you so much, brother, for answering that question and for being honest, Thank you so much. I couldn't agree with you anymore.
Thank you.
We have to ask that question so people can know exactly. So now, moving to our big question and the last question, hopefully, maybe we can have more, the federalism. So, NAS or general majority of South Sudanese from that area, Equatoria or Western Bahar Ghazal, and even in Upper Nile, they've been advocating for federalism. So what basis of that federalism? I wanted to know because you live in Canada and you know how it works in the United States as well. So I want you to walk us through, because some people, when they hear the word federalism, they think about Kokora. You know what I'm talking about. So can you go ahead and walk me through? And also, are those views of federalism be represented on current deal that's going on in Khartoum?
Thank you. When God created us and spread the human being around the globe for a reason, and those specific group, they managed to adjust themselves to live where they are. Al-Badu fi Sahara, they know how to survive in desert. The Eskimo in the north, they know how to survive, to build their home from ice. بنفس القدر في جنوب السودان, nothing wrong with it. And this is whereby each and every group is fighting about ancestors' land. So افتكر انه لو اذا ودوني في الصحراء النهارده I will not be able to live comfortable. لكن لو اذا ودوني في السفانة الغنية بتاع افريقيا for sure I will know how to survive. inshallah بزبابة TCTC or whatever it is, I will be able to survive. بمطر بالكلام ده كله. So with regard to federalism, people have this phobia. Yes, as you mentioned, Modu, Kokora, and whatever. But let us come and talk about it from a scientific perspective, and also just to live in peace and harmony. With regard to this federalism being implemented في الاتفاقية الحالي, I don't think so, لأنه it is all over the board. They are talking about 10 states, 32 states, and 79 states. كل كلام ده ملخبط هناك في جوا الاتفاقية ده. This is what I see through some other fields coming in here. Okay, so but الفيدرالية ذاتها أنواع.
Now,
Okay, but with the simple understanding, federalism will be a great solution for a country like South Sudan. It is great for larger countries like United States, Canada, other, and also with تنوع الإثني والعرقي في جنوب السودان. النظام الفيدرالي بيكون مهم جدا جدا على أساس إنه ينظم طريقة بتاعت الحياة. So there will be a responsibility of the central government, and also there will be a specific role for at the state level. And I have a lot of detail, but I will take a couple examples. When it comes, let me go back to Western Bahr el Ghazal and take Western Bahr el Ghazal as an example with the current government system when there were 10 states. Western Bahr el Ghazal is bordered by sister state, namely Warab, Lake, and Northern Bahr el Ghazal. Each state got their own budget, and I will take an example of healthcare.
correct.
Healthcare budget بيجي من central government, من federal government في جوبا based on تعديد بتاع السكان بتاع هذا الولاية.
Yes.
بيكسسوا كم فتيل بتاع دواء ملاريا, penicillin, whatever to each state. Okay? Population-wise, we are less populated accordingly to the government SIA, which is I disqualified it, whatever. لأنه بيقول we in Western Bahr el Ghazal from Najero, اللي هو حدود with Western Equatoria, the Harbazia, all the way to Kapia Genje, and حوالي 320,000. Less than 500,000 in population. That includes Jur and the Fertit or Dinka بتاع Marial Bay. You take three other regions of Western of Greater Bahr el Ghazal, Lake, Warab, and Awil. They are almost 5. They are almost 5 million. Okay, so because Wow used to be the capital for the Greater Bahr el Ghazal,
correct.
Mustashfa بتاعت Wow is busy. People from Warab, people from North Bahr el Ghazal, from Lake State, they come. بيستخدموا services بتاع مستشفى واو. Okay? مستشفى is busy. بياخدوا penicillin, بياخدوا أي حاجة من resources.
It's the
Okay?
regional hospital.
It is a regional hospital, but with a budget of Western Bahr el Ghazal state, not a budget of all
region.
those central regional. No, it is not. It is with the budget of Western Bahr el Ghazal based on their population. So, and our resources with our Western Bahr el Ghazal will be exhausted to the extent in no other counties. When you think about Bazia, you think about Ujuku, about Raja, about Bor al Medina. They don't get ما بيجدوا حصص بتاعهم لأنه كل الحصص استهلكت في مستشفى واو المركزي. Okay? وفي حين إنه those people come from those sisterly state. Okay? I know people are gonna go crazy about that. I am not against nobody.
It's okay.
لكن
You know, just
we don't have system. If we have to take example of Canada to contrast it, for كل ولاية you have your own provincial health care card. Okay, this will determine which province you are belong to. If I cross, like I'm an Alberta citizen, if I have to go to British Columbia, I will use my health care, but it will be registered. This service being provided لمواطن بتاعت Alberta. Okay, so by the end of the day, I am allowed to be in that state for 3 months only. And then I have to change my health care if I decide to reside that state. فحرية بتاعت انتقال ما في مشكلة.
And actually, Malik, to distract you there, and that's the point that I want people to understand. Living here, I used to live in the state of Utah, but all of a sudden now I live in Seattle instead of Washington because I have more opportunity, jobs, you know, something like that. I relocation here. So the thing is, you talk about the budget, which is fantastic. Budget will come from federal government based on the population. For
Yeah.
instance, if the state of Washington get like $3 billion for healthcare and other social services, in order to qualify for those, if I was a Utah resident, when I move here, okay, I have to be a resident of this state, and then after that, I would be qualified. So I can be added to the budget. So I don't see anything wrong, actually, for that. So that's a concept that needs to be corrected to our people's mind. Because sometimes people feel like, oh, if we have a federalism, and I don't know if that's the fact or not, some people think, oh, those from that state, they don't want us. They're going to kick me out from there. But I think there's law, there's constitution. As long as the constitution says that if you are a citizen of a country, you can decide whatever you want. According to the law, I am here in Washington. In Utah, you cannot drink on the sidewalk. In Utah, you cannot buy liquor in Sundays. But in Washington, yes, you can buy it on Sunday. You can drink on your yard. You can do that. But in Utah, it's illegal. So as long as you are abide by the rules and regulation of the state, you'll be fine. Am I right on that regard? That's the concept?
Very, very correct. That's the concept. And this is whereby you cannot take advantage of, one state cannot take advantage of another state and use their resources. The same thing apply to Juba, the capital, okay? So people come from all over the country, okay? So they don't have, there is nothing will distinguish that they are belong to X state or Y state. So by having a system of healthcare or provincial ID or state ID with the healthcare specifically, that will make it much easy, okay? You are not exhausting the resources of a specific state. وصايبين بتاعتكم مهوش, okay? There, it is unfair, okay? This is one phase. Another phase, just to simplify it, okay? When we talk about the federalism, and in free democrat society, you can go for election, and there is a possibility, for example, Western Barrel Kazal State, the government will be controlled by National Salvation Front. This is my dream, okay? But the central government will be controlled by NDM, okay? So there is no monopoly. الحاجات اللي انه الحكومه المركزيه بيعملوا هناك cannot be uniform everywhere. There is another party challenging them here, okay? So it is not the same page. So by doing so also will protect no access to tyrant like what Salva Kiir is doing. على اساس انه الحكومه في الولايات العشرة والولايات ال 38 كلهم SPLM governor, okay? الشوية طلع قدر انه يفرض نفسه like Bakasaro. The system will manipulate him and kick him and appoint an SPLM governor to replace them, okay? So by having a federalism, that will enable الولايات العشرة بتاع جنوب السودان ولا هيبقى كم فكل ولاية ما ممكن إنه to be controlled by one party. And the same thing with the central government. Another advantage بالنسبة للfederalism, I gave you that example of healthcare and I hope people will understand it clearly, okay? وبتعبئة تعليم وخدمات أخرى. Also on top of that, the local government will have access, will allow members al أساس إنه to interact with their MPs locally. They air their voice, and then also to interact with the national government at the highest level. This is whereby citizen concern will be heard at two different levels. At the local level, which is the state level, and also at the central level. لو إذا نائب البرلماني في السنترال government نايم الهنا locally will not sleep, okay? Now let me just go through my note because I have few examples here. When we think about it from another perspective, from federalism perspective, I will take the setting that Gaborone of you, Bagulu, Flawless State. People of Raja County, Awijuku, Lomona, Nyamlel, and other
Gong
Northern
Machar.
Barakazal, yes,
Yep.
other
Gong
states.
Machar and Ayat.
Okay.
So,
في تباين ثقافي جامد بين المجموعتين. اوكي، فبالتالي لما انه اللوكال كورت ولا البرلمان عايز يدع تشريعات معينه على اساس انه to organize the social life, okay, they cannot combine those two together. It will be easier when a specific group قوانينهم وتشريعاتهم يواكب ويحترم ثقافاتهم وتقاليدهم واسلوب بتاع حياتهم. Okay, then at the national level we can take it.
Guru Kujo, Malish, to disrupt you. But
Yeah.
don't you think, yani, برغم التباين, the court system is still going to work, because now you are in Canada, they're Indian, they're Afghanian, there's Arab, there's South Sudanese. But if someone commit a crime, they're still going to go according to the law. So there will be trial based on the law that they have in the book. So the difference is being a Balanda or Yulu or Forget, or, you know, I don't see here is an issue to me. Because if I go to court in Raja or in Bazi or in Bagari, whatever, you know, we have in the book there, I will be, you know, judged by that. Don't you think that way?
Let me give you a couple examples. Loiza Zol Katal Zol and the Dinka, how they treat it. Fil Mahkama Shabia.
Of course, it has to be, you know, Efaudia.
Okay.
Because
Loiza Zol
they don't
Zol
believe
Shal
in death
Marazol.
penalty. Yes.
Loiza Zol Shal Marazol.
It has to pay 3 cows. That's
Okay.
Haji Marufa. Yeah.
Then
7 cows can be. Yeah.
okay, whatever it is. Is Zol Shal Marazol Indana. It is different treatment. Okay. Is Zol Katal Zol. It is completely different. You know where I'm coming from? But في النهاية إنه التشريعات والقوانين بيكون عبارة عن mix موائمة على أساس إنه to accommodate everybody. لكن there is few little things that are easy could be separated, and it will make it much easier على أساس إنه كبار الأعيان they can sit and make decision with the regard to what happened here. Okay? This is whereby at a central level, then we are moving up. Okay? There will be the tradition, اللي هو التقليد بالإضافة للmodern law. It should be combination of both. Okay? But على أساس إنه ناس يجلسوا في محكمة شعبية, you know the level of literacy within our community. Okay, 2 different community. هتجيب سلطان من وين عشان انه يقاعد في قضيه بتاعت انه مثلا افريتيتاوي قتل دينكاوي. تجيب سلاطين من الجانبين كبار الاعيان so that they have to sit down, but how they are going to sort it out. تقليد بتاع دينكا بيختلف, تقليد بتاع افريتيت بيختلف, for example. Okay.
Yeah, good point. Actually, I don't want to just to inject myself. My argument was based on constitution that everyone will agree in the country. I'm talking about based on the federal constitution that's going to be drafted, and based on that constitution we are going to have law, even the local law. But it seemed to me you are talking about the transitional here, because it was very simple.
Yeah.
And that's what I can understand, you know, from your point of view here, because we are still there. But if we have a national drafted constitution that will govern all the entire nation, and then it will be much easier with what I have said, you know.
This is whereby the federalism also, it is a solution to address those issues at the local level and at the national level. So it will help make things much easier without crossing border, without creating conflict here and there. Also, federalism, big advantage with federalism. Al Assassin, the state, they run their own local government. Our central government is doing its own thing. So Bitali will eliminate such situation which we have with Salva Kiir, with Jain Council of Elder currently. على أساس إنه مجموعة معين قبيلة, they appoint themselves as advisor to the president to run the country issue. Instead of focus the values, culture, to protect our heritage with Dinka, to look after the interests, how to encourage Dinka to educate themselves, to protect their value, to enhance their lifestyle. Now they appoint themselves to be advisor to the president because he's one of them. Okay, such thing will eliminate, because also even though one tribe, like the situation, or one group, they decide to take control of all three government branches, the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary, still they can resist what is happening in the central. So that's a big advantage. Another big advantage of the federalism إذا طلعنا زعلانين جدا جدا من الحكومة المركزية, we have the right to succeed على أساس إنه نعلن انفصالنا عن هذا الدولة لأنه ما بيحترم حقوقنا. Okay, and this voice now, it is start to come up in Republic of South Sudan a lot with what is happening with هيمنة بتاع مجموعة واحد. So federalism will safeguard الحق بتاعت إنه في مرحلة من مراحل لو إذا طلعنا زعلانين من a central government, so we can declare our own state. Okay, ما مجبورين على أساس إنه to be part of this system. Another advantage of federalism, we know South Sudan ما في بنية تحتية.
Yes.
لا في شوارع، لا في بواكر، لا في راس قطر واحد، حتى التليكومنيكيشن ما في اتصالات. Okay, so لهذا السبب will make things much easier على أساس إنه each government they have to run their things locally, they can provide a service locally. مش إنه كل نسوان بتاع جنوب السودان يسافروا من كل أنحاء جنوب السودان للمستشفى النموذجي في ليك ستيت بتاعت ولادة. ده مركز تخصصي بتاع ولادة في جنوب السودان فقط. Okay, وحتى إنه المركز ده ما مؤهل. How they are gonna get there? There is no access to airlifting, there is no access to reliable transportation, there is no road, there is nothing. Okay, also another advantage with federalism, there will be a competition among those states. Each state, abna kullu wilaya, they want to make their state is better than the other. Okay, so will allow them al assassin to build, to construct. من ما كل زول عايز يمشي يبني بيت جميل في جوبا، أنا عايز أبني بيت جميل في كابيا جنجا. Okay, like Dr. Bona Malwal did in his own village. Okay, so will encourage على أساس إنه كل أبناء كل ولاية they work on enhancing a service locally. Our citizens, they don't have to travel to go anywhere على أساس إنه to look for a service in the central state. Okay, there is a lot of benefit to federalism, لكن في النهاية إنه بيترك لنا something that will unify us اللي هو جمع بتاع الضرائب بيكون ده مسؤولية بتاع الحكومة المركزية, collecting taxes, providing defense, مسؤولية بتاعت الحماية. كان في دين عايزين يمشي يفتشوه من صندوق نقد الدولي, borrowing money or whatever, ده بيكون مسؤولية بتاعت central government, organizing commerce, التجارة الداخلية مع دول الجوار وما شابه ذلك, creating currency which is سكالوملا, ده بيكون مسؤولية بتاعت الحكومة المركزية, بالإضافة لأنه إعلان بتاعت حرب. So ده مهم على أساس إنه يحمي وسائل بتاعتنا. So based on those facts, there is a lot to go through it, but those are just some headline. Al
Yeah.
Assassinu, we believe federal system will be a best solution في وضع بتاع دولة زي جنوب السودان دولة كبيرة. We don't have the resources على أساس إنه كل حاجة يركز في المركز. I will yield the floor back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gurkuja. I have more, but the time, Zaman Dahamna. And I would have, I have a question still on the back of my mind. The issue of death penalty, if South Sudan is becoming a stable nation in the future, in my own view, I see it should be put for referendum. The issue of the land belong to the government or belong to the people? Because Dr. John Garang actually, when he was talking about that, the land belongs to community. He wanted to take those, enemy out of the, of the equation. So that's a big debate is still there because the issue of the land and the issue of death penalty in the future, because our people, they need really strong laws, and Moldova land. So I give you 1 minute, 2 minutes to wrap it up, and then I can go for next. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me this great podium and to enable me to air my personal views and view of National Salvation Front from time to time. But before we wrap it up, and before I thank you, there is something crucial we have to factor it in with this peace process taking place in Khartoum. There isn't any reference to punitive measure to be put in place against the violator. And this is something very crucial. Al Assassino, we cannot let Mujrimin lose. So whoever committed any kind of violation, they should be brought to justice. And this is something our people of South Sudan, they must demand it. Al Assassino, Al Katalum, Haragum, Nahabum, Amal Shunu Zemenu Jalaba, Bitalib compensation. So, Damin Hakka Bita Shab Bita Junub Sudan, Al Assassino, all violators, they should be brought to book. ده نقطة أنا عايز أعمم عليه وبشكرك على الحوار الهادف وأسلوبك السلس and respecting your guests. And through this conversation, if with one way or another I have offended anybody or any group, please, I am human. Sometimes we get excited with the talk and في زلة لسان. If you have a room in your heart, please forgive me, because by the end of the day, we are still brother. And it is crucial, we have to learn. We will not forget, but we can forgive. And forgiveness, it is another term that we need to add it to our dictionary. And before we wrap it, I will ask whoever, the viewers who are there and whoever gonna watch this video, please think in your own native language and find kalima muradifa, the forgiveness, or kufran in your native language. I thought about it in my Baya language, mafi kalima forgiveness. Okay, bitarjimu, they will explain it. Lakin al word forgiveness, walla akfir لغيرك ما موجود. And I challenge you, if you can find it in your own native language, whether you are Nuer, you are Dinka, you are Bari, you are Baka, whoever, please, if this word is not there, let us search for it. لأنه ده مشكلتنا في جنوب السودان. Forgiveness is not there in our native language, and that is why we cannot tolerate it. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and also to thanks the viewer, people who decide to sit, and out of this conversation we can take it to the next level, whereby let us talk more, use logic, make our argument stronger than shooting each other with bullets, with guns. Let us silence the gun, silence all those حاجات بتاع الدشمن, لكن خلينا نستعمل المنطق. God bless you and bless your show.
شكرا جزيلا brother Kurkujo. كنت معنا from Alberto, I believe so. So
Yes.
thank you so much for coming on. It was an honor to have you on the show. Let me go ahead and move to the next person here. Who's,
Thank you.
I think we have brother Emmanuel Ajawin. So, and I want to remind you, the viewers, go ahead and share our video so we can have strings on the video as well. And please, you will be given an opportunity. لما ننتهي من الجست بتاعنا اليوم. This floor, like I said, in many floor for all South Sudanese, whether you are a government supporter or you are an IO, you are NAS, you are whatever you can be. This floor is you, you know. So put that in your mind. We don't favor nobody. We are all in it together as a brother and sisters and people of South Sudan. So let me go ahead and see here if Emmanuel Ajawin is available. Hopefully he is.
سلام في بلادي فرح يجمعنا للملي أهلي الكريم اسمعنا سلام في
So Emmanuel, I want you please send me requests. It's really long sometimes, you know, to go back here. I can't see it. But if you could send it to me, really, it will make my life easier.
Baba Selim Lumon, Selim Lumon, Baba Selim Lumon.
So I'm calling you right now. So I'm calling you Emmanuel Ajawin, NDM, National Democratic Movement spokesperson, Dr. Lama Call. So go ahead and answer that.
جنوبين مسيحيين ومسلمين يا جنوبين جيش ومواطنين يا جنوبين دكاترة ومهندسين يا جنوبين مثقفين وسياسيين يا جنوبين مزارعين وصيادين يا جنوبين.
So Emmanuel, you disappeared for some reason. Okay, while we are waiting for Emmanuel, I'll go ahead and bring somebody else. And also later today, we will be joined by Jack Jongkor, the journalist of SBS Radio in Dinka in Australia. So he's likely sleeping right now, but very soon he will join, you know, our show as well. So I tried calling you, Lily, but it looked like it's not going through. Let me go ahead and see.
Mama, how do you do? Hey, what's up? Baba, how do you do? Family. Hey, what's up?
Okay, let me go ahead and bring a lady at the moment while we're waiting. So line. Okay, I'm trying to do this. So I'll put you request me as well, but you disappear. So if you are there, you can still send requests. It's not a problem. Yeah, I can invite you, so no problem. While we are waiting for Emmanuel and Jawin, let me go ahead and get you. I hope your internet will cooperate here. So go ahead and answer that. Madut, are you? So I'm calling you right now. Hopefully your internet will work. Are you already
Hello,
set up?
Bainit. Yeah, just a second.
Are you set up now?
Hello, Jongkor. Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, welcome to Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. Madut, are you live from Copenhagen, Denmark? So you have heard Brother Kirkuju, and you know our topic today. So what is your intake on that topic?
Thank you so much, Mr. Jongkor, and your viewers. I'm really glad you are live from Europe. I'm really very happy. This is for the first time, I just want to say in Arab Shara Basit, تحية brother Moses. هذا الرجل أنا ما بعرف ما حصل أنا قابلته face to face, but I was there with a big brother and I eat food with his big brother, and his brother saved my life when the attack was in Raja. So I'm really very happy today, and I appreciate this going to Honorable and General Thomas Cirillo, my former commander. You can see يعني من الليله ده انا داير اقول للجنوبيين خاصه اولادين الخايفين ما يدارين ضم لتوم شيريلو كان بقول توم شيريلو زول عنصر وكده يعني هذا الرجل يتغير توتالي من ما ينتقل من رياض مشا لتوم شيريلو وهذا اسلوب يعني هو قال كلام منطقي الرجل انا قلت كده كنت معه في دبير لايف وقلت له يا اخي انت عشان تشتغل لابد تشتغل مع اولادين. So what I want to say here, what I want to say Jongkor.
No, دقيقة. طبعا انا عندي 3 guests today وانا اصلا انا كنت داير guest in 2
بس دقيقه واحد بس انا قاعد افرج كوره ذاته بس الشو بتاعك مهم جدا جدا. شو ده لو كان يوم ثاني كان بيكون فيه الف لكن عشان جو في وقت خطر جدا فوتبول وكده.
اسمع كلام
بس very important show.
اسمع كلام بتاعي مع الجست بتاعي جا انا داير اجيبه لكن مكان بتاعك محفوظ. انا I'm still gonna bring you back.
بس انا داير اقول شنو يا جونكور. انا داير اقول شنو. انا داير اقول لكل منجم across the war let's have forgive each another. ران كده نسيب ده والحمد لله يكلم كلام سمع جدا جدا وكان زعلان وحصل الموضوع انتهى. We are one people and one nation. Thank you so much, Jongkor.
Okay, and stick around. We might bring you. No problem.
All right, no problem.
Shukran. All right, let me go ahead here. Emmanuel, your camera is off, brother. Try just to refresh it. I do see you. You are here, but the camera is off. So I don't know what is the deal. Just turn it on. Turn the camera on. Yeah, it's just giving me an option. Either delete or block, which is, that's not what we want to do. We want you to come in and speak. So go ahead and refresh it. Or send me a request as well. I know sometimes it does kind of thing. بس رسل request and it will be okay. Let me go ahead and check it again. So, Emmanuel, if you are back.
get away. Now, Papa, do we get away one minute actually? We have to show them it's on you, I will got it.
So it's not giving me an option. I click on the name, but it's not going through. I don't know why. Can you send it on the box? Can you push the green button? Okay, Jongkor, I'm trying calling you right now. Go ahead and answer that because it looked like it's not working for Emmanuel. I tried very hard. Go ahead and answer that. Jongkor? Yeah, I'm calling.